Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cooking in Pink Boots.
Today I'm making tiramisu. And for those of you who for whatever reason prefer not to have any alcohol but enjoys the flavors you get from it, well then, you've got to try this. Starting with the coffee. Here I'm making a red eye coffee, which is a drip coffee with a shot of espresso. And my coffee of choice is what I have every day. Good old Folgers Colombian. And for my espresso, I'm keeping it budget friendly with this instant espresso here. But I promise the tiramisu will be just as good as if it costed you an arm and a leg. Now for the main ingredient that'll bring in that Kahlúa flavor without bringing in the alcohol. Yep, Kahlúa creamer. I didn't think it would, but it did. Now, let's put this all together.
I'm just going to pour me 2 cups of coffee. I'm going to add in, you know what, let me go with 2 teaspoons of espresso. And you're just going to flavor it to how you want it to taste. I'm going to go with about, I'm just adding a couple tablespoons in there. And I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of sugar. Okay, you can taste it's pretty strong. It's very flavorful. We got that Kahlúa in there. It's perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to the side.
Okay, got my coffee set. Now to get a pot of water simmering and set up for a double boiler. And while that's happening, time to get started on separating the eggs.
Here I have 6 large eggs, and I'm only going to be using the yolks. I'm storing the egg whites. I'm actually making an angel food cake tomorrow, so perfect. Now as I'm separating it, I'm going to use another bowl because I really don't want any shells and stuff to get in it. It's kind of tedious, but it's so much better than having to throw away a bunch of eggs because you got a bad one in there. All right, last egg. All right, now I'm just gonna add my sugar right in there, and that's white granulated sugar, and I have 2/3 of a cup, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. All right, now give this a good whisk, and right in there, nice and snug. And you don't want it to touch. Just want to cook it with that steam. You want to continue to whisk on until it becomes light and a little bit more on the creamier, fluffier side. It's been about 3 minutes and I have been whisking away, and look how much lighter it got. The sugar is completely dissolved and it's ready for our mascarpone cheese.
To my egg mixture, 16 ounces of room temperature mascarpone cheese. And in case I forgot to mention, your eggs should be at room temperature as well. In order to get the perfect tiramisu, these 2 ingredients must be at room temperature. Okay, now I'm going to mix this up till nice and smooth. And you can definitely use a hand mixer for this step as well. And here we are. Now I'm going to place the egg mixture into the fridge where it'll stay nice and chilled while I work on the heavy cream. See, I had just pulled my bowl out of the fridge, keeping it nice and cold along with the heavy cream till just ready to whip. And I'm pouring in 2 1/4 cups and beating it medium-high speed till medium peaks form, looking just like this.
Still nice and creamy, but firm. It's holding, you see that? Heavy cream set perfectly. And I'm gonna go ahead and transfer some into this bowl. Half of the mixture, give it a little mix. Right, now that I got some of that mix, I'm going to transfer it into the bigger bowl. All right, now just fold all those ingredients. Be sure to get to the bottom and through the middle. This smells so good. That's ready. You don't want to over mix it. All right, once it's incorporated, it's done. Once you don't see any more white streaks from the cream or yellow from the eggs, then it's ready. I don't know all the fancy names for this, guys. The fanciest I get is tiramisu. Now it's time to get everything assembled. I make my own lady fingers. I make different kinds. I like mine a little bit extra toasty. When I'm gonna have it with my coffee in the morning or desserts and stuff, I make the ones that you would find at the grocery store. Now, if you notice, I'm just doing a quick dip. My coffee is kind of warm. We don't want it to get all mushy and fall apart on us. All right, now if you notice, I had to cut some of the lady fingers, which is perfectly fine. Nobody's gonna see what's underneath all that cream. Go ahead and just add my cream right on top. Now I do have an offset spatula, but it's not small enough to get in here. But if you have one, I suggest you use that. Now to just repeat the layers, repeat the steps. Now, if you want that nice cocoa, soft cocoa color, then you don't want to top it until you're ready to serve. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid over this and put it in the fridge. And I'm going to put the cocoa powder over it tomorrow. All right, guys, luckily I had just enough to make a personal dish. I'm gonna go ahead and top this one to show you what it looks like. Using a damp paper towel, I'm gonna go ahead and go around the sides. All right, and there we go. There, look at that. Tiramisu, look at those layers. Guys, I hope you try out this recipe. It's really, really delicious. You're gonna love it. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. Enjoy your day. Thank you and God bless. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this right down the middle. Go around there, look at that, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to cut into this and taste it. Let's try this out. Oh my gosh.